Hello everyone, my name is Daniel Loney from Excelsior Measuring, and today we're going to go over JetStream Viewer and how to view your files in it. One of the great advantages of using JetStream Viewer is very early on in our projects we're going to be able to view the files. They're not perfect, they're not going to be properly cleaned, and there's going to be fragments and dust flying around, but for the majority of the measurements and stuff you're going to want to get from these projects, it's going to be very useful. The two biggest parts that I like about this one is getting the file as early as possible there and being able to actually view the dome images that are taken by the scanner. Most other platforms like our Nuvane platform is not able to take advantage of that because it's mainly what makes the files very big. So what we're looking at here right now, we are in the JetStream viewer on top of 4330 Kingsway, and I'm currently using the panorama tool. You can hit P to use this function. You can grab anywhere on the screen, click and drag, and that's going to allow you to view whatever you would want. You can zoom in and out using your mouse wheel, and just kind of gives you a perspective of what you want to look at. Now you'll notice here we have this triangle that we're able to click on, a little pyramid. These are called setups. If you click on them, that allows you to go to setup to walk your way around a site if you want to look at stuff. All right, space primarily if we're staying inside of the panoramic view mode. So now what we're going to want to do is take measurements. What we're able to do here is if you go to the top left, if you click on this happy little cloud right here, it's actually going to turn on the point cloud so you can see where everything is. You can turn it off as well, or leave it on. But the main thing what we want to do is use our measuring tool. And with the cloud on and off, you're still going to be able to click anywhere, almost anywhere, and take measurements. Now, if we turn the cloud back on, you're going to see something interesting, is that some parts are highlighted in white and gray, and other ones are not, even these buildings away. Anything that's not grayed out, or we can actually go to our hue intensity calculator, or anything that's not blue. It's a little bit easier to see, but I would say it's a little bit unsightly on the eyes when you're looking at other stuff. So let's go back to gray. You're able to measure anything that's highlighted in the point cloud. So now what I want to show you is our navigation tool. So we already figured out orbit, looking around and seeing everything. Next we have this tool here, the actual orbit tool that we can hit with R. This allows us to basically pivot around anything that we want to click on. And if we want to move across the surface, we're going to right click and drag as well with your mouse. So right click. So now let's go down into the mechanical room that we have ready for us at top. And we kind of run into an environment that's hard to see. So when we see this, there's a couple things that we want to do for us to see the environment. For one, these pyramids, the setups are not very helpful. So what we can actually do is go up here and we can show the geotags. Those we currently don't have any put in, but what we actually want to click is the scan locations. We can turn those off by clicking on there or hitting X. Next, what we want to do is go to our quick click tool at the top here. We go select. Right now I have it set for about 5 meter clippings, and we click in the middle, and what it will do is click everything away except the part that we wanted to stay within the 5 meters. So now where before we had this really cluttered room that I wouldn't be able to see very well, I'm actually able to see exactly what the parts I want, which is very nice. One thing that we can do now is we can go to the measuring tool, we can click on the floor, and then we can click on the ceiling, and it's going to give our measurements. So the things we want to look at here is actually going to give us our distance, direction distance, and then our XY distance, and then each breakdown in that, so that we can be very accurate and not misled. This is just a nice tool for just grabbing the random measurements between stuff. So now we want to see the rest of the map again. So I'm going to go back up to our clipping tool here. I'm going to click that, and we're going to go to clipping tool off. So the next form of navigation I want to show you is the flight tool. So if we go up to the top left here, we're going to see the little paper plane. We're going to click that, and then we're going to roll the mouse wheel back. You'll see at the top of my screen here it says 0.05. That just means I'm going to go really slow at the start because I don't want to fly through the building way too fast. I'm going to click and hold down and just drag my mouse around it, and I can slowly fly my way through the building. You'll see targets that we'll have in some areas. and those are for accuracy to make sure that predominantly for the staircases that we want to be extremely confirmed for accuracy because we use this as a backbone for all the floors and the floor thickness. So, and we have multiple ways of confirming that. We've done it both through scanning the exteriors up and down, and then also through second verification using an S910 laser scanner setup. So we can click 2 points here and get our wall thickness on here. What we're going to want to do is, once you get that, you're going to want to pivot around our, just to make sure you click the parts that you wanted to get. Otherwise, you could have clicked somewhere else much further back, and you wouldn't be happy to get a measurement that was very wrong. Okay? So now what we can do is we can go fly more here, but let's go outside of this and see the whole interior core of this structure and what we really have here. Okay? And I'm just going to turn myself around. Here we go. So this is what our staircase looks at. And we're able to do some really interesting things. It's not practical, but if we wanted to know something like the measurement of our rooftop deck down to the roof of the second floor, we'd be able to do that in one shot and not have to fuss about it. It's not something we'd commonly want to find, but it just allows you to kind of work outside the box when you're trying to plan things. What we can see is if we go outside to the other setup that I had prepared for us, we can see the whole site on the exterior that's been all stitched together, and we're able to take pretty much any measurement we want from anything that we see. Again, you can notice that it hasn't been cleaned up. Here's all the cars that passed by as we were scanning. You'll see fragments of people walking through, and yes, but as this all gets cleaned up and we deliver the files for you, you'll be getting the whole thing in a very nice, meaningful way. So I hope this has been informative for you guys. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to us, and we're happy to answer anything that you may want to see that's possible. Please hold out for the new vein version of this that will be coming. It will work 100% on your web browser and have far more tools to use. And yeah, again, my name is Daniel Loney from Excelsior Measuring. If you have any questions, give us a call, and we'll be happy to solve whatever is bothering you. Hope all's good, and take care. Thank you.